And hello, welcome to another Earwords episode. This one is number 17 and it is titled Heart Driven. So if you are here with me live or on repeat, say hello in the comment section. Let me know how is your heart feeling with the message that wants to flow through so strongly today. And quite few things happened today, meaning the awareness of quite few big things came to me to share with you. And it feels like there is so much of this beautiful loving energy flowing with this awareness towards you that I'm thinking like, how am I going to do this in just 25 minutes? I have another Zoom to join, so let's get on with it. If you are entirely new over here, my name is Eliza Mozal. I am an energy coach and spiritual mentor. I specialize in helping creative women release energy blocks so they can manifest their heart's desires. And I am absolutely passionate in sharing this magnificent energy with you because it changed my life and it helped me see and witness how it changes others people's lives, and those who get to be in a close proximity with me, their lives get changed in such a powerful way, and it just makes my heart bloom. So the first thing I seen today that came strongly into my awareness is how visible it is that this masculine paradigm of existing, providing, selling, sharing, giving, receiving, all of that stuff is dying so strongly. So there is a woman that is specializing in marketing for coaches or selling programs. And I believe I watched her thing something like 5 years ago, maybe. And I keep on receiving emails. Every single time I receive an email, I unsubscribe, yet the next day I receive another email. And this stuff is pushing so strongly through the masculine way. Is there something wrong with the way this lady is dealing with stuff and becoming a millionaire and doing what she's doing? No, but it is not in alignment with me. It is not in alignment with me. How would you feel if I would send you an email every day that you didn't ask for, and you keep on unsubscribing, saying, no, I don't want to receive these emails anymore, yet you receive that email again, another email, another email, another email. So this is something that might be in a full-on alignment with so many people. It might not bother them at all. It no longer bothers me, but it helps me see that this paradigm is dying so much. Wounded masculine paradigm, pushing, forcing, shooting. It isn't flowing. It doesn't feel expansive. It doesn't feel open. It doesn't feel good in my skin. And this new paradigm that we have stepped into already, which is very much divine masculine and divine feminine. So, what do I mean by those? Divine masculine is a provider, is an action taker, it is a giver, and it is also the one who loves a challenge, the one who loves to have things to do and go and do them. They are two different energies. And let me just reassure you, every single one of us have both of them, masculine and feminine, different balances of them. This is independent of your gender. This is independent of your sexual preferences, your past, your whatever it is that you like or don't like. We all have masculine and feminine aspect. Let's say majority of women has a little bit more of feminine or a lot more feminine than masculine, and majority of men, not all again, have majority, most of their energies, which is over 50%, is going to be masculine, and then there is the feminine aspect, and it varies with each person. So the divine feminine, on the other hand, is the energy that creates, the energy that creates the desire, the energy that tunes in with the desire, the heartfelt or heart-driven desire, and the energy who also is in receivership. It doesn't go, it doesn't chase, it doesn't worry, and it doesn't doubt. It is open and willing to receive what the masculine is going to bring in, and it's going to co-create together with the masculine. And there is so much more I can talk about that, and I'm going to leave that for another time. But I wanted you to know that this wounded masculine way, pushing, forcing, another overtime, another email, another this and that, it is no longer in alignment with so many people who already tapped into their divine essence. What do I mean by divine essence? We go beyond this illusion that we are just the name, that we are just this body, or that we are just, this or that, or just a human, or this and that. We know that we are the wholeness that experience it all. We know that we are the wholeness that is allowing himself, herself to feel and experience what it came here to feel and experience. Tapping into divine essence also means, in my own understanding, is that we start to be okay with experiencing all, which is expanding our range of feeling and experiencing. We no longer call everything that we used to call bad, bad. And we also allow ourselves to be more and more detached from the outcome and more in love with the journey. And why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because I would love you to tap entirely into your own truth and opinion of it all. Why? Because it will come from your heart. It will come from your heart, and your heart knows best. Your heart knows exactly what is the best thing for you to experience. I hear Papi's trying to get through the door. So the whole point of this video is to invite you to open up with your heart to the message that comes to you through another vessel like myself, yet from the same source, and dissect it or filter it through your own heart. Now, if you have not done any shadow work, if you have not tapped into creating every single day a heart coherence in your life, if you are not actively going deep into your body in your meditations, not outside of the body, that will be very challenging for you to actually do that, because you will be so tuned in with everything apart yourself. But the whole journey is about returning back home, back to your magnificence soul essence that speaks to you through the language of your heart, that speaks to you through the feelings and emotions. And we can only receive that when we understand we are not them. We are not feelings and emotions, just like we are not words or just the names or just a past story. We are so much more. But the specific words, the same as specific emotions, they carry a specific message. The message that guides us more and more back home. So I wanted to invite you to tune in more with your heart. And I have been recently, like, there's another thing that I keep seeing happening in my world, and also shifts and moves a lot of energy around coaching, being coached, receiving the coaching, and coaching others. So I have people who would love to be in my world, but their understanding of coaching is that if they pay me any money, I'm there for them 24/7. I'm there for them. It's like they owe me. Okay. There are people like that who would love to work with me, and that's not in alignment with me. Why? Because this is them giving their power away to me and me becoming their God above them, full on codependency. And you cannot call that coaching. You cannot call that mentorship. It doesn't even feel good. It doesn't matter what is the amount of money. It doesn't feel good, and it doesn't bring the results that I believe I came here on this chapter of my journey to help others. I came here to help others to tap into their magnificence and independent power, independent of the outside circumstances and everything and anything. So I cannot do that if they expect me to reply to their every message and comment in between sessions. Okay. I cannot help them to tap into their energy where they need me 24/7. I cannot help them to release their energy blocks when they're constantly rely on my opinion without tapping into their hearts, because then it becomes constantly self-doubt, and Eliza knows better. And this is exactly opposite from what I am doing. I am sharing with people the embodiment of me learning to trust myself and my heart, and helping that another person to step into their power, which has nothing to do with me and my opinion and my truth and my knowing being above them. And then there is another group of people with whom I am actively working right now in group environment and in one-on-ones, who are exactly for that with me, who do not come to me so I will fix them, because there is nothing broken with them. There is nothing wrong with them. They're not broken, they are whole. Whether they are fully aware of it 24/7 or not, it doesn't matter. My job is to help them go deeper into their soul mission and magnificence, and align their lives, their active way of being with that. And we release those blocks that we all have been conditioned along our journeys since we were tiny little being, and we could just simply absorb the frequency before we could see and hear anything. So I wanted to share with you that whomever it is you are listening to, whomever it is you are looking up to in any shape and form, whatever it is the message that you receive, I want you to start practicing making your heart the biggest authority. Because that's going to be a whole new game changer for you and for the whole wide world. We are right now in a whole new dimension than we were 10, 15, and 20 years ago. A whole new way of existence where every single one of us has our own heart, our own divine intelligence, our own knowing, and free, unrestricted access to it. And yes, there is a lot of work for many of us to do on the way to tap into that. It was a lot of work for me. And that's okay. Thanks to all of that, a lot of work, I am able to help others with their blocks that they are experiencing. And they're not different from the ones that I have been experiencing myself. Every single one of us have that free, unrestricted access to the divine genius that is within us. Even just our body's intelligence, it is so highly intelligent that our conditioned analytical mind cannot comprehend it. One single cell has so much intelligence in itself that the mind, the human mind, cannot grasp it. It just cannot. It just cannot. Not yet. And that says so much. Our own hearts have a brain cells that think independently from the brain. There is about 41,000 cells and neurosynaptic connections over there, and that was discovered in 1991. So it's not yesterday, it's 30 years ago. Exactly. So we are so highly intelligent in itself, and we are learning right now through connecting with other beings that already tapped into this essence and shine their embodiment on us. We allow ourselves, we give ourselves permission. A wonderful soul from our tribe asked me today, Eliza, where do you get your certifications from? And there is only one that I am getting right now. Since I can remember, I was called by some bigger voice to not do it. Although I was called to step up on my journey, and in the old paradigm, that means I need to go to school, I need to get a paper that tells me that my English is good or tells me that I know stuff about history or this or that. So when I was in Scotland, I moved to Scotland from Poland without speaking much English. I had only one English lesson, or maybe three in my life, but I didn't got much from it. I learned my English from watching MTV and then going into Scotland and actively using the language and learning from those that I'm speaking to, making my brain on fire because it's 6 months. I had nothing but sore head, but the desire to express myself clearly and have someone understand what I'm trying to express was so strong. It was more powerful than the insecurity of me making mistakes. And if someone was laughing at me, I was telling them, don't laugh at me, because that will make me be more shy with my English. And I want to learn. I want to get better with my English. So even if it is funny, please don't laugh at it. Maybe in the future I'll be okay with it. And everyone was nothing but kind and understanding towards that. I literally had maybe one or two people who weren't like that. And I didn't allow that stop me from getting my amazing English within 6 months, speaking English. Then within 2 years, I applied for a job just to check how am I going to do an interview for a little bit better job. And I got that job, and it was a quality control inspector in a high, beautiful Japanese company. I didn't have English to even write emails. I needed someone's help. Guess what? The divine placed on my path someone who was patient and kind with me, liked me. We had an amazing, joking communication and friendship. And that person, that team leader, helped me and was patient enough with me so I will get better with each email. Within a few months, I was given a task to create massive workflows on how to put a huge, massive air conditioning units together, part by part. And I did it. I did it. I didn't allow it to stop me from anything. And I did it all without going to the school for 3 or 5 years and getting a paper telling me my English is enough. And now you have a permission to speak English or apply for a job that requires you to speak English. So this is the power of us listening to our body's intelligence, listening to our heart's intelligence, and giving ourselves permission. No, I know I came in this life to help other souls. I am a coach. Not because some institution gives me that permission, because I gave myself permission. Since I just started within few months, that was nearly 8 years ago, 7.5 years ago, I was asked to speak publicly because people sensed and knew. They felt and they heard that what I have, and I gave myself permission to be it, what I have to share with others is phenomenal. That doesn't make me better than anyone else. It makes me just me, because I didn't allow myself and something that is on the way from me to being it here and now to stop me. I had people coming up to me who were in this work for 10, 15, 20 years. And I was there just a few months or just a year, asking for advice, asking for help, asking for my opinion. Not because I was better than them, because I just simply allowed myself to be fully me. Was I like that 7 years ago with every aspect of my life? No, but I was with this one. And this one particular aspect of me tuning with my heart and my own permission was often was often above. And then, of course, there was a time when I was giving my power away to other coaches, when my opinion was shoveled entirely on the back because I am asking someone for help. And maybe what they say is not in alignment. And I started learning. And I started learning to place my heart first. And it still can happen, and that's okay. That's okay. It's a beautiful journey to be able to be humbled every day by being imperfectly perfect. Meaning, it's okay to be a human. It's okay to not have everything perfectly and ideally done every single day. It's okay. It's absolutely okay. So, with that heart driven flow, I'm going to invite you to join the masterclass, a free masterclass I am hosting on Thursday, which is the 8th of December at 3 p.m. EST. And that's going to be happening on Zoom. So the masterclass is called Full Awareness. And we are going to combine the powerful energies of a full moon, which is going to be happening just few hours before the masterclass. And we will combine that with powerful activation and teaching energy I am going to bring into the table. That's going to be somewhere around an hour and a half, maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half. What you need to do to join us is to go on Facebook, find Eliza Mozal, follow me, send me a private message. I am in full awareness masterclass, and I will send you back the link to Zoom so you can join us and receive this beautiful activation and practical information about how to deepen your awareness of yourself, who you are, how to be in this present moment so you don't miss out on the magnificence that beams out of your heart 24/7. I am beyond excited. Thank you for joining me. Let me know how did you felt with the message I have just shared. How is it landing in your heart? Which message is for you, which isn't? Allow yourself to own your truth. Even if tomorrow it could be entirely different, allow yourself today to own your truth. I'm sending you lots of love, and I will see you soon. Mwah!